laptop video of the year. Maybe save the best for last in terms of features. I've never seen anything like this before. This is the camera of this laptop. It can kind of snap on like so. It's an AI camera. You can even switch it around if you want. It's magnetic. This is the HONOR MagicBook Art 14. It's the one with the Snapdragon X Elite. I've technically seen this before at IFA earlier in the year. That was the Intel version. I honestly think the Snapdragon one is the way to go. So obviously first we gotta talk about this little camera as it's the coolest little feature. So typically cameras are very like situationally used. You use them when you're on a Zoom call, when you wanna chat with someone. That is what, maybe like 5%? If you use it a lot, maybe like 10% of the time for calls. That typically takes up a lot of space and makes the bezels larger. For the most part, it will just live in this little slot, which is once again magnetic as well. You can kind of see that slot in and out. So when it's stowed, you've got a really good like screen to body ratio. So 97%, like I said, that bezel is super minimal up top. And what I like, they didn't skimp out on the display either. So it's a 3.1K OLED touchscreen panel. So being an OLED, consuming content looks really good, whether you're watching videos, whether you're just doing regular work. It's nice, dark, deep, contrast ratios are great. And then when you need to, whip out that camera, like I said, it kind of slots in magnetically. You can attach it like so, really quick to identify. And when it's mounted, it's got a couple AI features where you can blur the background, have bokeh, it's got live tracing, or it can also do active tracking. So if I'm kind of shifting around, it'll be able to track you and keep you in the center of the frame, which is really nice. But for the most part, most people don't really use their actual webcam. Keep it stored, keep it safe for when you actually need it. And the display, in my opinion, is something that you use like 100% of the time. Obviously, when the laptop is on, you're using it. So the next thing I love about this, it's just got a very simplistic build. So if you're looking for a laptop that's just super lightweight, premium materials, this one I would say really competes with the MacBook Air. So it's completely made out of magnesium. So it's nice and light. It doesn't have any weird wiggle or bend to it. It still feels nice and sturdy. On the inside, it does have a titanium keyboard. And according to HONOR, that contributes to a 16% weight reduction. And when you look at premium smartphones now, say like for example the iPhone, even like a Samsung device, instead of stainless steel, they're using titanium because of it being lighter. So obviously love that, yeah, HONOR is now using that to keep that premium material up, but to reduce weight as well. And yeah, for the rest of the design, super premium, like I said, and one nice little design feature that has really caught my eye, it's subtle, but the actual trackpad, which is a nice size, goes all the way flush into the bottom of the ridge of the laptop. There's no weird line. It's just like those little details that kind of catch my eye that are different, but kind of elevate the overall experience. And with it closed, so it's like a 14.6-inch display, like I mentioned, it's still super lightweight and thin. So this is just over, like a whisker over a kilogram. At its thinnest point, it's just over a centimeter as well. Razor thin, super light. One of the nicest and I guess like lightest laptops that I've used to kind of carry around. You've still got full I/O, the two USB-C ports, obviously that slot for the camera. And on the other side, still including a USB-A, which you either love or hate that, HDMI 2.1 and the headphone jack. Nothing that I can really knock about the overall design. And since it is a Snapdragon X Elite, let's talk about performance here. So the main thing with Snapdragon-based laptops is the battery life. So I'm getting around 18-ish hours per charge, which is super solid. I think the introduction of these chips this year has really changed the face of like Windows computers can actually compete with MacBooks, which have obviously really shined a long time for having that good battery life, and even with performance untethered. So this unplugged, not connected to an external power source, you're still getting like most of the power, and I've never actually heard the fans ramp up on this. It's got a 60 watt-hour battery. You can do fast charge, so you can get 43% in 30 minutes, or you can get a full charge in 98 minutes. This is rocking 32 gigs of RAM, a terabyte of storage, and like I said, performance on X Elite, since it is an ARM-based processor, it's quick, it's snappy. Everything that you're throwing at this is super responsive. Obviously, those ARM-based apps that do, benefit. Something like Microsoft Edge, just for browsing web pages, it's like so quick, it's like instantaneous, it's snappy. I feel like people don't give that enough praise. It's something that you're using like day to day, whether you're just watching YouTube, watching, someone like myself, consuming content, even just, managing emails, managing your workflow, managing your life on something like this. It's just you know, it's on the ball. For gaming, you're not looking at throwing any heavy like AAA titles at this, but even like older retro x86 games, even if you want to play something like Overwatch, I'm getting like really smooth frame rates. It's, you know, for casual gaming, I think you can get by totally fine. I ran some pretty basic benchmarks, which I'm running on screen now, so you can see that the performance of it, it's good, it's solid, really meant for, like I said, just a lightweight productivity laptop that, yeah, has the performance, has the nice build quality. It's something that I'd honestly love to travel with. So personally logged in close to 200,000 miles this year. Every gram or every bit of extra weight does make the difference. Something I guess I want to touch on with Honor, you can see obviously the logo here. So they have something called like Honor Magic Ring. I was actually at the Snapdragon Summit conference in Hawaii at the end of the year. I got to chat with the CMO, Dr. Ray Guo, you know, about the importance of devices like chatting with each other. That's the reason why people love, you know, staying in the Mac ecosystem. Things like AirDrop. Magic Ring is a very similar experience. So if you have, say, like an Honor smartphone, which the Honor Magic 7 Pro, the one that Dr. Ray was sneak peeking, the one that I actually had the very first look at, you can transfer files just like AirDrop kind of seamlessly between devices. You can set up a new device with Honor Device Clone. So once again, if you're in that Honor ecosystem, that Honor Magic Ring totally makes sense. And I think that's like a big reason why people are getting similar devices from the same OEM, because yeah, you just want your devices to work seamlessly and they all just like work well together. So let me know your thoughts down below about the Honor MagicBook Art 14. I've worked a lot with Honor this year, so I'm gonna try to get a device for a bit of a giveaway. I really wanna showcase how cool this camera was again. I think a lot of you have to experience it. Let me know your thoughts. Is it a gimmick? Is it a cool feature? Do people actually use their laptop cameras for a lot of stuff? Let me know down below. Hope you guys enjoyed this year, the coverage. Make sure you stay posted for my gift guide series. And like I said, last laptop vid of the year. It's been a fun one. Peace.